In today's video, we're going to first hear from Southwest Airlines, a company known for its engagement programs. They're going to talk about how they get new hires on board. And after that, we're going to hear from Linda Dooley, an engagement expert, who's going to tell us about how to get over the obstacles of engagement.
We really want to focus on a brand new employee coming in and trying to get to know who they are, what makes them tick, everything about their family, and try to encourage our leaders to get to know and build those relationships.
It's that phone call, it's a handwritten note, it's a, hey, we're real excited to get to know you type of thing that just really helps to connect people, because we know that connection is what's going to help not only get people excited, but also keep them at the company. We have a leader in our maintenance group at Southwest that has a great reputation for building teams, because one of the things that he does is finds out personal information, birthdays of family members and things like that, and for a spouse to receive a birthday card from the employee's leader is just really impactful. And so it's very small things like that that people can do individually.
We have a sponsor new hire program, and so to be able to get this wonderful note from an employee that's been there a number of years welcoming you to the company says, it's huge. Encourage them to attend and participate in so many things, but you also have to make sure you give them the time to do that. I think we're so worried about getting them up to a certain skill level to perform the job, and we forget about some of those cultural important things that they need to participate in, because we're more worried about getting to that productivity level, but it certainly makes a big difference when you get them connected.
Regardless of tenure, whether it's your first year, your fifth year, your seventh or 12th, it's a sense of connectedness to the organization, to the values of the company, to the people of the company that will keep you. And I think that being involved in company events, having company events that people can attend, where it's not just about the business, but it's about the relationships that you have. If you can foster that type of environment, I think people are more likely to stay.
Getting employees engaged is the goal of any communicator at any company. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. Here, Linda Dooley tells us how to overcome the obstacles of engagement.
The kiss of death for engagement. Where do we see failure? And believe me, there are a lot of tombstones out there that, rest in peace, we tried this, and we had 5 months of lots of posters and slogans and it died. So what causes that? And what causes it is one thing, and it is you get one chance to package this. You get one chance to carve a first impression of this. And if this isn't carved as a business imperative, it will die. If it is seen as some soft skills, some HR-related program with no deep ties to business success and business strategy, this dies. So that doesn't happen. This positioning as a business imperative doesn't happen as easily as I'm saying it. And there's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of people in functional organizations who don't know how to transfer and feel comfortable transferring ownership of this initiative, if we call it an initiative, of an engagement initiative, to the line leader. It's okay. You want them to own it. The first thing is a leadership team that simply mouths the words and really doesn't believe it inside. And that they will go through the motions, talk about it, but really don't have the time, don't make the time, and are disengaged from actually working the introduction of this initiative, of this engagement initiative. So a senior leadership team that clearly isn't ready, more importantly, isn't interested. You need data. Get rid of the adjectives on the word chart, get rid of the PowerPoint charts, and get yourself some hard data that lets your leadership know two things. What's the gap between employees' knowledge of what we need to achieve from a business standpoint, goals, objectives, and be able to stratify, be able to show how do supervisors compare to mid-level managers, compare to leaders, compare to frontline employees. So what's our data from a standpoint of knowledge of the organization? And what's the data that we can show them from a standpoint of readiness? Can the people do what we're asking them to do? And unless you can measure that gap and show the gap, your leaders don't have a clue that people really are that far from making this happen.
Get more tips on engagement from Linda Dooley on Reagan.com.